Greetings. We visited Spencer and Warrick Counties on our last episode, and this week we progress westward to Vanderburgh County. The Indiana General Assembly created Vanderburgh County on February the 1st, 1818, from portions of Gibson, Posey, and Warrick counties. The name derives from Captain Henry Vanderburgh. Vanderburgh County officials constructed the first courthouse in 1820 at the corner of 3rd and Main Streets, becoming the first brick building in Evansville. A new courthouse located at the corner of 3rd and Main Streets was built in 1857. This courthouse served the county's needs until 1880. Designed by Louisville architect Henry Walters, this Baroque-style two-story courthouse is constructed with Indiana limestone. The courthouse occupies a city block bounded by Court, 4th and 5th and Vine Streets. The site was formerly occupied by the turnaround basin of the Wabash and Erie Canal, which reached Evansville in 1853. High operating costs and competition for roads drove the out of business by 1865. The basin filled in after the canal ceased operations. The county purchased the land in 1870. The cornerstone for the courthouse was laid on November the 27th, 1888. Construction completed in November 1880. This courthouse served the county until May of 1969. The Old Courthouse Preservation Society formed to preserve the structure, saving it from demolition. Actually, before you get to Evansville, you'll pass the Angel Mounds Historic Site. The Amerindians of the Mississippian culture built the 11 earthen mounds between AD 1050 and 1400 to elevate important buildings. Over 1,000 people inhabited the site, which originally covered 103 acres. People from about a 75-mile radius came to the area for religious, political, and trade functions the site served. Historians are not sure why the inhabitants abandoned the site, which happened before European settlement. The state of Indiana has turned it into the Angel Mound State Historic Site, which now covers 500 acres. The facilities include a nature preserve with hiking and biking trails. You'll find Angel Mound State Historic Site at 8215 Pollock Avenue, Evansville, Indiana, 47715, and the the phone number is 812-853-3956. Within Evansville, you'll find the historic Wright's Home Museum. Victorian charm awaits visitors to the Wright's Home Museum. The restored mansion contains period furnitures and French gilt chandeliers. Located in the heart of Evansville Historic Preservation District, the home is a magnificent example of French Second Empire architecture. You'll find the Wright's Home Museum at 224 Southeast 1st Street, Evansville, Indiana, 47713. You can phone them at the 812-426-1871. Located on the Ohio River waterfront, you can find the LST 325. This is the last operational LST in existence and has a home on the Ohio River in Evansville, Indiana. Winston Churchill called the LST the, quote, ship that won the war, unquote. These ships saw extensive service as a landing craft on hundreds of sea-to-land invasions during World War II. This boat, the LS-325, saw action at Normandy Beach. Visitors may tour the ship, which sometimes departs from the port on river cruises. Located on LST Drive, off of Shawnee Drive, just south of downtown Evansville. You can find it at 610 Northwest Riverside Drive, Evansville, Indiana, 47708. The phone is 812-435-8678. Located north of Evansville, you can find the Evansville Wartime Museum. It's located adjacent to the regional airport. The Evansville Military Museum includes military aircraft, armor, and other military equipment to tell the story of Evansville's war efforts during World War II. You'll find the Evansville Wartime Museum at 7503 Petersburg Road, Evansville, Indiana, 47725. The phone is 812-424-7461. On the west side of Evansville, you'll find Eagle Slough. There's a nice hike over an old rail bed. It's about a 0.6-mile hike to a small viewing platform which overlooks a pretty marsh. You can find Eagle Slough at 500 Waterworks Road, Evansville, Indiana, 47725. The last county on our Ohio River tour is Posey County. The Indiana Territorial Assembly formed Posey County on November the 1st, 1814, carving portions from Gibson and Warrick counties. The legislature named the county for the Indiana Territory. Governor Thomas Posey, who was governor when they established the county. The first county seat was Blackford in Maris Township. In 1817, the legislature, now the legislature for the new state of Indiana, moved the county seat to Springfield, which was near Rapite town of New Harmony. The assembly passed an act on February the 12th, 1825, that moved the county seat to its current location, Mount Vernon. Just about the last place before leaving Indiana, you'll reach the Hovey Lake State Wildlife Area, Hovey State Fish and Wildlife Area. The 7,400-acre wildlife refuge located along the Ohio Wabash River floodplain offers multiple opportunities for wildlife viewing, fishing, boating, picnicking, hunting, and trapping. Hovey includes a 1,400-acre oxbow lake, other smaller sloughs, marshes, extensive bottomland, hardwood forests. The southernmost point in Indiana is visible at the junction of the Ohio and Wabash rivers. You can find Hovey Lake Fish and Wildlife Area at 15800 Raben Road South, and that's Raben Road, R-A-B-E-N, Mount Vernon, Indiana. This concludes our tour of the Ohio River in Indiana, as Illinois is just a few miles to the west. The majestic Ohio River forms Indiana's entire southern border, creating a lovely subject for a road trip. Quaint river towns lie along its route, connected by the Ohio River Byway. The byway stretches from the Mississippi River in southwestern Illinois to the Ohio River source in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This book mostly follows the Indiana route, though it deviates in places to back roads that border the river. The route includes 13 counties, which are among Indiana's oldest counties and contains some of the state's oldest cities and towns. Exploring the Ohio River can serve as your guide on a scenic and historic road trip along Indiana's southern border, the Great Ohio River. You can find the book on my website, www.mossyfeetbooks, or you can purchase it direct from me. It's also available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It is also available at the Walnut Street Variety Shop on George Street in Batesville, Indiana. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you for listening.